Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday game night, and we are playing a little football tonight. Are you ready for the National Bible Football Association? Are you ready for some football? Come on in, and let's play two halves of football. We'll be coming out of the book of Numbers 22 and 23. Come on in as we'll be coming out of the book of Numbers, chapter 22 and 23. So turn your Bibles to Numbers 22. As we go through that chapter, we have 10 questions from chapter 22 and 10 questions from chapter 23. So come on in. Let's play some football. Next week we won't have any Tuesday game night because of the holiday. The holiday is next week, so there'll be no game night next week as people be celebrating family in town, cooking and everything, just enjoying family. So next week, no Tuesday night game night. But come on in tonight and let's play a little football tonight. Good evening to my wife, our first lady. God bless you this evening. Come on in, y'all. Let's play some football. Whatever you're doing, we're coming out of Numbers chapter 22 and chapter 23. As we'll be looking at the prophet Balaam. Balaam went through some things. Good evening to my cousin Shirley. God bless you, cousin Shirley. Glad to have you with us this evening. Welcome to Bible Football. We're going to be coming out of Numbers chapter 22 and chapter 23. Our question's going to be coming out of Numbers 22 first, and then in the second half, we're coming out of Numbers 23. So the crowd is all ready and everything. So we're going to go and get ready and get started here and pull up our questions as the crowd is ready to get started here with us this evening. We ain't going to waste no time. And as I say, there'll be no Bible, football, basketball, no game night next week as we allow families to celebrate one another. All right, so let's get started. Here comes our first question out of Numbers chapter 22. He says, what king was afraid of the children of Israel? What king was afraid of the children of Israel? A, David, B, Saul, C, Balaam, or D, Balak? What king was afraid of the children of Israel? All right, come on, y'all. I know y'all know your Bibles. We are in Numbers 22. And this king was afraid of the children of Israel. Uh-oh. What's that you done wrote, First Lady? Oh, okay. Autocorrect said Balak. Okay, cousin Shirley said Balak. All right, seem like y'all going with Balak. Good evening, Pastor White. God bless you and your wife, First Lady Gail. What king we're asking this evening? It was afraid of the children of Israel over there in Numbers 22. That's where we at. We in Numbers 22. Cousin Shirley said D, Balak was afraid of the children of Israel. Was it David, Saul, Balaam, or Balak? Anybody see anything different? The cousin said Balak. Anybody see anything different? Can we make this first down? Can we get this first down? And here come Pastor White with a get hit. And here come First Lady Gail running down the sideline. ED, all right. All right, is that a good one? Is that a good one with Balak? Can we get this first down? Is it Balak? That is correct. It is Balak. First and 10. Balak it is. All right, let's keep it rolling here with this 1st and 10. Here comes our next question. Next question says, what did he fear the children of Israel would treat them as? A bear protecting her cubs. B, an ox licking up grass. C, a fowl in a trap. D, a cornered lamb. What did this king fear that the children of Israel would treat him like? And here come First Lady Neal jumped up right away and said B, an ox licking up grass. As she moved down the sideline, she get a good block. Can she get a good block? Can she get a good block as she moving down the sideline? She going down the sideline by herself. Anybody else gonna help her try to make this 1st down? And she, maybe y'all see something different. A bear protecting her cubs, an ox licking up grass, a fowl in a trap, a cornered lamb. And here come First Lady Gail getting with First Lady Neal saying an ox. Down the line, she makes a good block. And here come Cousin Shirley in with a good block. Is this a 1st down? Is this a 1st down with an ox licking up grass? Is that correct? That is correct. It is an ox licking up grass. Way to score another 1st down. Keeping this ball moving. Let's keep this ball moving, y'all. Here at midfield. 1st and 10 midfield. Here comes our next question. To whom did the king send messengers? To whom did the king send messengers? A, to Balaam. B, Balak. C, Micah. D, Elijah. Who did he send messengers to? Balaam, Balak, Micah, or Elijah? And Cousin Shirley jumped up right away, said to Balaam. Here come First Lady Neal with Balaam. Cousin Shirley moved down the sideline with a good block from First Lady Neal as she moved and trying to get another 1st down with Balaam. Anybody else see something different? Anybody else see something different, or is we all going with Balaam? Who did the king send messengers to? And Cousin Shirley is determined. She gonna get this 1st down. Her and her cousin, with her cousin blocking for her. Is she gonna get anybody else on the team? Anybody else on the team? Do anybody else see anything different? Is it Balaam, Balak, Michael, or Elijah? Good evening, Sister Not Kennedy. God bless you, my sister. Glad to have you with us this evening. We trying to find out who did the king here in Numbers 22. We're in Numbers chapter 22. Numbers chapter 22, talking about Balaam and who did the king send messengers to? Was it Balaam, Balak, Micah, or Elijah? And Cousin Shirley and First Lady Neal said Balaam. And here come a good block from First Lady Gail and Pastor White with Balaam. All right, here come Pastor White with another good block with Balaam. Is that correct? Is it Balaam? That is correct. It is Balaam. It is Balaam. Way to score another 1st down. Let's keep it moving. 1st and 10. Let's keep it moving with our next question. Next question said, what did Balak want him to do to the Israelites? What did he want him to do to the Israelites? A, curse them. B, bless them. C, bribe them. Or D, beseech them. What did he want Balak want him to do to the Israelites? And here come First Lady Neal said, curse them. And she gets a good block from my cousin Shirley with curse them. Down the line they going, trying to keep that ball alive. But curse them. Cousin Shirley makes a good block. She makes a good block. First Lady Neal still moving. Here come First Lady Gail and Pastor White with some good blocking. They blocking, man. They doing some good blocking. And here comes Sister Not Kennedy with a good block. Hey, y'all determined to make it to that end zone. And Sister Kennedy doubled back with another good block and said, curse them. He was determined. He wanted him to curse them. Is that a good one, y'all? As we all working together, blocking for First Lady Neal. That is correct. He wanted him to curse them. Way to keep that ball alive. All right. Here comes our next question. Next question says, what did God instruct Balaam when the first messengers arrived? When the first messengers arrived, what did God instruct Balaam to do? A, do not go with them. B, curse them. C, bless them. D, bring me an offering. What did he say? And here come Cousin Shirley, jumped on it right away, said, don't go. And here come First Lady Neal, said, don't go. Making a good block for Cousin Shirley. Cousin Shirley moved down the sideline, and she said, don't go. She's determined to get another first down, trying to keep this ball alive. Don't go. And here come First Lady Gail and Pastor White with don't go. Don't go with them. Don't go with them, Balaam. Don't go with them. But that stuff was looking good, y'all. That stuff, all them prizes and stuff, and silver and gold were looking good. Good evening, Sister Glenzie. Coming. God bless you, my sister. Glad to have you with us this evening. And Sister Glenzie Coming makes a good block, and she said, don't go. Cousin Shirley still running. Here comes Sister Knott Kennedy with a good block for Cousin Shirley. She said, don't go. Don't go. Everybody saying don't go. Is that correct? Don't go. Do not go with them. That is correct. Don't go. Don't go. All right. Way to keep that ball alive. Keep it rolling. Here comes our next question. 1st and 10. Here comes our next question. Don't go. He told the second group of messengers he could not go beyond the word of the Lord, even if he was given what? A, immunity. B, permission. C, all the tea in China. Or D, his house full of silver and gold. What did Balaam say to the second group of men? He could not go beyond the word of the Lord if he given what? Immunity, permission, all the tea in China. A house full of silver and gold. What did he say? Referee about to blow the whistle. It's time to come out of the hustle, y'all. Time to come out of the huddle. Time to come out of the huddle and call a play. Who gonna call a play on this one here? And here come First Lady Neal, says silver and gold. Down the line, she looks back to make a pass. Here come Cousin Shirley, and she passes to Cousin Shirley. Cousin Shirley moving down the line, moving around defenders and everything, trying to keep the ball alive. Anybody else gonna help her out? And here come a block from First Lady Gail. And here come a block from Pastor White. A house full of silver and gold. A house full of silver and gold. And here come Pastor White with another block. He gives in another block. Here comes Sister Glenzie coming double back with a double block, trying to keep it alive. And here comes Sister Knott Kennedy with a block. A house full of silver and gold. And here comes Sister Kennedy with another block. And here comes Sister Angela Wallace. Good evening, Sister Wallace. God bless you, my sister. I hope you're feeling better and able to talk better and everything. And Sister Wallace makes a good block with silver and gold. And here comes Sister Brenda McDade. Good evening, Sister Brenda McDade. God bless you, my sister. Glad for you to stop by, be with us this evening. And here come Cousin Shirley. Can Cousin Shirley keep this ball alive with silver and gold? That is correct. Good block by Pastor White. Silver and gold. Way to score another first down. All right, here we are in the red zone, y'all. Come on, we getting close. We're in the red zone. We're in the red zone. Here comes our next question. It said, who stood in the way as an adversary against Balaam? Who stood in the way as an adversary against Balaam? A, the angel of the Lord. B, Pharaoh. C, Moses. D, the devil. Come on. Here come First Lady Neal, jumped up right away and said it was an angel. Anybody else see anything different? She's running down the sideline. Can she get a block? Is somebody going to make a fumble or what? Can she get a block? And here she got a block from Cousin Shirley. Here comes a block from Pastor White and First Lady Gail. Said an angel. Anybody else? Pastor White and First Lady Gail said an angel. Anybody else going to block for First Lady Neal? She's still running, trying to keep that ball alive in the red zone. Pastor White and First Lady Gail said it was an angel. Anybody else see anything different? Maybe we in Numbers chapter 22. We're in the book of Numbers 22. And here comes Sister Glenzie Cummins and angel. Here comes Sister Ann Wallace and angel. Here comes Sister Glenn Cummins. She's sticking with it. She's sticking with it here in the red zone with an angel. Sister Wallace an angel. And she makes a good block. She makes a good block for First Lady Neal. Anybody else see anything different? Are you going to make a good block? Try to keep this ball alive here in the red zone. Let's keep this ball alive in the red zone. Is it an angel? That is correct. It's get a good block from Sister Knott Kennedy. It was an angel. Way to get that good block in there at the last second to keep the ball alive here in the red zone. All right. Here comes our next question. We're trying to keep that ball alive, trying to get in that end zone. We're first and goal now, y'all. Come on. Who saw him and stopped? Who saw the angel and stopped? A, Balaam. B, Balak. C, the messengers. Or D, the ass. Who saw the angel of the Lord and stopped? Who saw him? All right. And here come First Lady Neal saying it was the donkey. All right. And good evening, Brother Stanley. God bless you, my brother. Glad to have you stop by this evening. God bless you and your family. And here come Cousin Shirley saying the ass stopped him. All right. Here come Cousin Shirley, double back, and she makes a good block. And as she's blocking First Lady Neal, trying to find somebody to pass it to, is Cousin Shirley block, and she finds First Lady Gail. She finds First Lady Gail on that right side, and here comes Sister Glenzie coming with, I know what you're trying to say, a D. Pastor White makes a block. He makes a good block down for her, and here comes Sister Glenzie coming with a good block, and here comes Sister Ann Wallace with another good block, trying to get into that end zone. We're trying to get in that end zone, first and goal. Here come Pastor White, another good block for First Lady Gail. First Lady Gail trying to make it in. We might have to do that tush push. Here comes Sister Kennedy. Sister Kennedy said it was the donkey. Here come Brother Stanley said it was the donkey. We trying to score a touchdown. I don't know if we're going to get it in, but we're going to try to make it. With that donkey. Is that correct with that donkey, that ass? That is correct. It was the ass. Way to keep the ball alive. Way to keep it alive here. Let's keep it alive here. Here, trying to score this touchdown. We're still in there, trying to make it in there. This second, we're trying to make it in there. Here comes our next question. Still trying to keep it alive in here. Next question says, whose mouth did the Lord open after the prophet smote the ass 3 times? Whose mouth did the Lord open after the prophet smote the ass 3 times? A, the ass. B, Balaam. C, the ground. D, Balak. All right, here come Cousin Shirley right away, said it was the ad. Sister Glenzie Cummins said the ad. Cousin Shirley double back as she moved down the sideline with the ad. Is that correct with the ass? Is we sticking with the ass here, y'all? We're sticking with the ass. We're sticking with the ass, y'all. Anybody else see something different? Anybody see something different? As we're trying to make it into that end zone. Trying to make it in that end zone, y'all. We're trying to make it in. We're trying to make it in. Trying to score this touchdown before halftime. Trying to score this touchdown. Now Pastor White and First Lady Gail getting in it. Sister Ann said a donkey. First Lady Neal said a donkey. Sister Kennedy said it was the donkey. Man, everybody say it was the donkey. Cousin Shirley moved around with the donkey. Pastor White and First Lady Gail with the donkey. First Lady Neal with the donkey. Sister Kennedy doubled up with that donkey. Pastor White come back again with that donkey. And here come Brother Stanley with that donkey. And First Lady Gail trying to get in there. Did we make it? Is that correct with that donkey? Is it correct? The ass again. That is correct. That is correct. That is correct. But we didn't make it in there, y'all. That's correct. We trying to keep it alive, but it's 4th and goal. 4th and goal. Come on, y'all. We got one more try. It's 4th and goal. It's 4th and goal. We got one more try to get in that end zone. So here comes our last question of the half. 4th and goal, last question. Let's try to get it in that end zone for a touchdown. If the ass had not stopped, what would have happened to its rider? A, he would have been early. B, he would have been attacked by bandits. C, he would have been slain. D, nothing. What would have happened? And here come First Lady Neal saying he would have been killed. He would have been slain. All right, anybody else? Here we are, 4th and goal. Come on, y'all. And here come Cousin Shirley. Cousin Shirley moved down the line, but he would have been slain. First Lady Neal says slain. He would have been slain, which is killed. Here comes Sister Glenzie coming. We're trying to get this tush push going, y'all. Here come Pastor White and First Lady Gail. Cousin Shirley coming back again. Everybody getting in on that tush push. Here comes Sister Glenzie coming with that push. Here come Sister Ann Wallace pushing. Here come Pastor White back with that push, trying to get in that end zone. Here comes Sister Knott Kennedy. Can we score this touchdown at the end of the first half? We need this touchdown. Come on, y'all. I know y'all can do it. Sister Kennedy, make another push. Come on, y'all. Let's push. Let's get it in that end zone. We're 4th and goal. 4th and goal. This is the last play. Let's get it in now. Here come Pastor White and First Lady Gail with a push. They got a push. Can we get it in now? Can we? He would have been slain. Is that correct? That is correct. That is correct, y'all. Touchdown. Touchdown. Way to end the half with a touchdown. Way to end the half with a touchdown. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and go into our second half. Quick break, and then we're going into our second half.
Simply Draw and start drawing for the holidays.
All right, we'll be going into chapter 23. Chapter 23. All right. We're ready to start our second half. We're going into chapter 23 this second half. Going into chapter 23. Good evening, Sister Monica Chatwood. God bless you and your family, my sister. We're in the book of Numbers, chapter 23. The book of Numbers, chapter 23, and we're talking about the prophet Balaam. All right. So here comes our first question as we get ready to start our first play of the second half. First play of the second half. Here comes our first question. It says, how many altars did Balaam tell Balak to prepare? How many altars? A, 2, B, 7, C, 10, D, 12. How many altars did he tell him to prepare? And here come First Lady Neal, jumps up right away with 7. Here come Cousin Shirley, hand off to Cousin Shirley. Cousin Shirley moved down the sideline with 7, and she gets a good block from Sister Monica. Sister Monica and moving down the line. And here comes Sister Glenzie coming, and Pastor White and First Lady Gail with good blocks. Pastor White double back, trying to make this first down. 1st and 10. Can we get this 1st and 10 on the first play of the game? Here comes Sister Glenzie coming with a good block. Here comes Sister Monica Chadwick with another good block, trying to keep the ball alive. Here comes Sister Ann Wallace with 7. Look like we are all in agreement with 7, trying to get this first down. Is it 7? Is it 7? And here come back Pastor White and First Lady Gail with 7. Is it 7? That is correct. It is 7. Sister Kennedy getting in on the play. It is 7. All right. Way to keep it alive. Way to keep it alive. 1st and 10 here. 1st and 10. Here comes our next question. What did Balaam and Balak offer on each altar? On each altar, what did they offer? A sow. B, a bullock and a ram. C, sheep and goat. D, 2 turtle doves. What did they offer on each altar here in Numbers chapter 23? Anybody? Come on. Come on, time to come out of the huddle. And here come First Lady Neil and Cousin Shirley with a bullock, ram and a bullock. Down the move sideline, they go with a ram and a bullock as First Lady Neil blocks for Cousin Shirley. That bull and a ram. That bull and a ram, they moving down that sideline. But here comes Sister Monica Chadwick, hit them hard and made them fumble and going back the other way with a sheep and a goat. Sister Monica is going the other way with a sheep and goat. But here comes Sister Glenzie coming, hit her. She hit her, knocked her, made her fumble and going back the other way, and she pitches it out to Pastor White and First Lady Gail. Pastor White and First Lady Gail going back down the sideline the other way. And here comes Sister First Lady Neil makes a block for them. And Sister Monica Chadwick gets with them this time. And here comes Sister Ann Wallace. She makes a block for them. And here come Pastor White. And here come Sister Not Kennedy with a good block. Not. There might be some. I don't know what I was saying now. It might have been a prophetic word, not. All right. And here comes Sister Monica. She said she thought it was seed. That's okay, my sister. That's okay. The good thing about God, he gives us another chance. He is a God of another chance. And here comes Sister Ann Wallace. Oh, that's Brother Anthony Wallace. Hey, my deacon. Deacon Wallace comes in with a bull and a ram. Is that correct? With a bullock and a ram. That is correct. That is correct. Way to keep the ball alive. Here we are, 1st and 10, midfield. 1st and 10, midfield. Keep it alive. Now here comes our next question. Next question says, who put a word in Balaam's mouth? Who put a word in Balaam's mouth? A, the devil. B, the Lord. C, Balak. D, an angel. Who put a word in Balaam's mouth here in Numbers chapter 23? Who put a word in his mouth, y'all? And here come First Lady Neil said it was the Lord that put a word in his mouth. Anybody see anything different? And here come Cousin Shirley, makes a good block for her. As she goes back, she looks to pass the ball. Cousin Shirley covering for her, and she passed to Sister Glenzie coming. Sister Glenzie coming, moves around the defenders down the sideline. Can she make another 1st and 10? Can she make another 1st and 10? Here comes a block from Pastor White and First Lady Gail. They said the Lord. 1st and 10. Well, can we get it, y'all? Another 1st and 10. Here comes Sister Monica Chadwick says, the Lord. Can we keep that ball alive? Can we keep that ball alive and get another 1st and 10? And here come Pastor White double back, and here comes Sister Not Kennedy with a good block. Pastor White double back with a block, and here comes Sister Ann Wallace with a good block. Trying to get a 1st and 10. Can we get a 1st and 10? And Sister Glenzie Cummins trying to make it, y'all. She's trying to make another 1st and 10. She gets a good block by Sister Ann Wallace. Anybody else going to block for her as we try to get this 1st and 10? Here comes Sister Monica Chadwick with another good block. Is that a good block? Was it the Lord? That is correct. It is the Lord. It is the Lord. Way to make another 1st and 10. All right. Let's keep it rolling here, y'all. Let's keep it rolling with our next question. Next question says, what did Balak say Balaam had done when he brought him to curse his enemies? What did he say he had done? A, mocked them. B, blessed them. C, feared them. D, hid from them. What did he say he had did when he brought him to curse him? What did he say he do? All right, come on, y'all. Just come out of that huddle and call the play. Time to come out of that huddle and call the play. And here come Curtin Shirley say he blessed him. Down, she looking back, looking for some coverage. She looking to pass that ball. She looking for some blocking. She's scrambling in the pocket. She's scrambling in the pocket. Defense all around her. She looking for somebody. They closing in on her, and she passes to First Lady Neal. She makes a pass to First Lady Neal, and then she makes a good block for First Lady Neal. They said bless them. He wanted them to curse them, but he blessed them. Is that true? Does somebody see something different? Does somebody see anything different? Here comes Sister Monica Chavez. She said he blessed them. He wanted them to curse him, and he blessed them. Here comes Sister Ann Wallace. Said he blessed them. Anybody else see something different? As he moved down the line, here come First Lady Gay and Pastor White. Said he blessed them. They say he feared them. He feared them. Pastor White and First Lady Gail said caused the fumble. We got a fumble. Pastor White and First Lady Gail going back the other way. We feared them. But here comes Sister Glenzie coming. Hit him. She hit Pastor White hard. He fumbled. Now he's so drunk, y'all. He's running back the other way for us. He with us. Way to get him on track, First Lady Gail. Sister Glenzie come and hit him hard, and he saw the light, y'all, like Paul on the road to Damascus. She hit him hard, and he saw the light. Here comes Sister Cousin Shirley, and here comes Sister Monica Chavin. First Lady Neal moving down the line. She gonna make another first down. And Pastor White, and here comes Sister Kennedy, double back. Here comes Sister Ann Wallace said with a good block. Is this another third down with bless them? That is correct. He blessed them. He wanted him to do the other thing, but he blessed them. 1st and 10, y'all here midfield. We're keeping it rolling. 1st and 10, midfield. All right, let's keep it rolling with our next question. Here comes our next question. Says, what did Balaam answer he must do? A, prove who is the Lord. B, speak what the Lord put in his mouth. C, bless those deserving. D, receive his reward. What did Balaam say he must do? What did he answer? Prove who is the Lord, speak what the Lord put in his mouth, bless those deserving, or receive his reward. And here come Cousin Shirley steps back as the quarterback, and she said, you speak what the Lord put in his mouth. Cousin Shirley said, speak what the Lord put in his mouth. And she stepped back and trying to find the open person. And here comes First Lady Neal, makes a block for her, and she passes it to Sister Monica Chapman. Sister Monica Chapman moved down the line and gets a good block from Sister Glenzie Cumming. Here comes Pastor White and First Lady Gail with a good block. Sister Monica Chapman trying to keep it alive here at midfield and get a 1st and 10. Another good block by Pastor White and First Lady Gail. Sister Glenzie coming, moving down the line here, trying to keep it alive for Sister Monica Chapman. Here come Pastor White with another good block. Here come Cousin Shirley says, speak what the Lord put in his mouth. Here come Pastor White. Sister Glenzie coming with a good block, trying to get another first down. Here comes Sister Knott Kennedy with a good block. Is this a good block for Sister Monica Chavez? Speak what the Lord put in his mouth. That is correct. Speak what the Lord put in your mouth. All right. Way to score another first down. Way to score another first down. 1st and 10 here. Still at midfield. Let's keep it rolling here at midfield. What did Balak bring Balaam to another place want him to do? He took him to another place, wanted him to do what? A, pray for him. B, bless the ground. C, curse Israel. D, bless the people. He took him to another place. What did he want him to do? Pray for him. Bless the ground. Curse Israel. Bless the people. Come on, who's going to come out with this one here? Time to come out of the huddle and call a play. And here come First Lady Neal calls the play, and she said he wanted him to curse them. Curse Israel. All right. She's moving around looking for somebody to hand the ball off to. Anybody going to help her out, going to block for her. As they're closing in, the pocket is closing. And she hands off to First Lady Gale. First Lady Gale trying to keep the ball alive, trying to make it to the red zone. Here come Pastor White with a double block, triple block by Pastor White, trying to help his wife get to the red zone. Trying to get First Lady Gale to that red zone. Here come Cousin Shirley with a good block, trying to make it to that red zone. Anybody else going to help him out? As the defense is trying to get her. Here comes Sister Kennedy with a good block. Sister Not Kennedy makes a good block, trying to keep that ball alive, make it to that red zone. We're at midfield trying to make it to the red zone. Here comes Sister Glenzie coming. Sister Glenzie coming with a good block for First Lady Gale. Here come Pastor White with another good block. Here comes Sister Monica Chap with a good block. Here comes Sister Ann Wallace with a good block. Monica Chap come back with another good block. Trying to get First Lady Gale to that red zone. Can we get her to that red zone, y'all? Can we get her to that red zone? Here come another good block from Sister Common. Is it curse Israel? That is correct. They wanted them to curse Israel. Way to help us get in that red zone, y'all. We 1st and 10 in that red zone. All right, let's keep it rolling with our next question. What did they build there? What did they build? A wall. B, 7 altars. C, a temple. D, a friendship. What did they build? Come on, y'all. Time to come out of that huddle and let's call this play. What did they build? We're in the red zone. And here come First Lady Neal, says 7 altars. Anybody gonna block for her as she's moving around in the pocket, trying to keep the ball alive in the pocket, and she hands off to Sister Glenzie Common. Sister Glenzie Common moves down the sideline. She gets a good block from Cousin Shirley with 7 altars. Down the line, Sister Glenzie Common moving. Anybody else gonna block for her? Cousin Shirley come back with another good block with 7 altars, and here comes Sister Monica Chapman, says 7 altars. Here come Pastor White and First Lady Gale with 7 altars, trying to keep the ball alive here in the red zone. Can we keep it alive in the red zone? Here come Sister Ann Wallace at 7 altars. Pastor White and First Lady Gale at 7 altars, trying to keep the ball alive here in the red zone. Sister Kennedy says 7 altars. Pastor White and First Lady Gale says 7 altars. Sister Monica Chapman says 7 altars. Can we keep this thing alive here? As Sister Kennedy double back, and here comes Sister Monica Chapman with 7 altars. Is that correct? That is correct. It was 7 altars. Way to keep the ball alive. Way to keep that ball alive here in the red zone. All right, here comes our next question. Getting close to the end of the game. The Bible said God is not a man that he should do what? We're here in the red zone, y'all. We're here in the red zone. That God is not a man that he should A, pray, B, forgive, C, cry, D, lie. What is it so? And here come First Lady Neal, jump back as the quarterback, and she pitches off to Cousin Shirley. It is lie. Anybody else see anything different? Is that correct? Is First Lady Neal moving down the sideline, makes a block for Cousin Shirley. Cousin Shirley moving down the sideline with lie. She trying to keep the ball alive. Here come a good block from Pastor White and First Lady Gale. Here comes Sister Candy with a good block for Cousin Shirley. Here comes Sister Monica. Here comes Sister Not Kennedy with a good block. Man, that's some good blocking back to Pastor White and Sister Glenzie coming doubled with a good block back to Pastor White and First Lady Gale. And Sister Glenzie coming blocked again. Here comes Sister Monica with another good block. And Pastor White and First Lady Gale back to Sister Monica Chadwick with another good block. Can we get Cousin Shirley in? Keep that ball alive and get another first down with Cousin Shirley. Come on, y'all. Y'all block for her. Y'all block for her. And she trying to make it in. Here comes Sister Ann Wallace with a good block. Is that correct? That is correct. That is correct. Way to keep the ball alive here. 1st and goal. Way to keep that ball alive. All right, let's keep it rolling with our next question. It said, what did Balaam say he had received a commandment to do and could not reverse it? What did he say? A, bless. He had a commandment to bless and couldn't reverse. B, curse and couldn't reverse. C, rebuke and not reverse. D, reprove. What did he say he had a command to do and couldn't reverse it? And here comes Sister Glenn come and say reprove. I guess was she talking about the other question? What did he say first and go? What did he say here, y'all, that he couldn't do? He couldn't bless. He couldn't. He had to bless and couldn't reverse, curse and couldn't reverse, or what? And here come First Lady Neal said bless. He had to bless and couldn't reverse it. And here come a good block from Cousin Shirley as she stepped back to pass the ball. First Lady Neal scrambling around, did a good block from Cousin Shirley, and she passes to Pastor White. She passed to Pastor White. Pastor White catches the ball. He needs some blocking, y'all. That's the fridge. The fridge needs some blocking. Here come Sister Ann Wallace. She makes a good block for Pastor White. Pastor White trying to make it in, y'all. Trying to keep that ball alive. Here we are first and goal, trying to keep the ball alive. Good block from First Lady Gail and Pastor White trying to keep it in. Here comes Sister Monica Chapman with another good block. Sister Glenzie Common made a good block. Sister Monica Chapman with a good block. Pastor White trying to get in there. We got some good blocking from Sister Common and Sister Monica Chapman with bless and can't reverse. And here comes Pastor White steady moving. Here comes Sister Kennedy with a good block in there. Sister Monica and Sister Glenzie Common, Sister Kennedy, bless. That is correct. I got to bless. If the Lord said bless, I got to do it, y'all. All right. Way to keep the ball alive here. First and goal. We're trying to keep it alive here. Trying to keep it alive. It's 4th and goal now. This is our last question of the game. Last question of the game, 4th and goal. We need this to win. What did Balaam say the people would rise up as? A, eagles. B, sting. C, a great banner. D, a great lion. What did Balaam say the people would rise up as? Eagles, sting, a great banner, a great lion. This is the last play of the game. We got to score. We got to get this touchdown, y'all, to win this game. Come on, y'all. And here come First Lady Neal saying a line. And here come Cousin Shirley saying a line. And them cousin is going at it. They saying it's a line. Come on, y'all, help them out. The defense is all over them. They trying to get in the end zone. Y'all need to help these cousins out. Here come Pastor White and First Lady Gail helping them out. Come on, push, y'all. Let's get in this end zone. We need this touchdown. It is 4th and goal. We need this touchdown. Here comes Sister Monica Chapman in to help out. And here comes First Lady Gay and Pastor White. And here comes Sister Kennedy making a good push. Here comes Sister Glenzie coming with a double push. Here comes Pastor White with a push. Sister Glenzie coming back. She ain't giving up. Sister Kennedy in there pushing. Sister Glenzie coming. Here comes Sister Ann Wallace pushing. Sister Monica Chapman pushing. Y'all got that tush push going, y'all. Pastor White and First Lady Gail pushing. Sister Monica Chapman pushing. Can we score this touchdown in the game and win the game? This is the last of it. Can we get in there? Is it a great line? That is correct. Touchdown. It is a great line. Way to end the game with a touchdown. Thank you to you all for coming out and being a part of this. There is no game night next week. Next week is the holiday week, so we letting everybody enjoy your family, enjoy your husband, your wife, your children, friends, as you come together for Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. No service next week. No game night next week. And remember, trust the process and keep God first. Trust the process and keep God first. We, just like Balaam said, we can't reverse what God does. We can't reverse it. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. Thank you. All right. You be blessed too, my sister. Thank you. Thank you. All right. That's right. Trust the process and keep God first. Happy Thanksgiving to you all.